This is a true story that happened over 50 years ago. American planes dropped lots of bombs, more than 2 million tons, on a country in Southeast Asia. They did this secretly to try to take control of the communist forces. The CIA, a group from the United States, wanted to get power from the communist Pathet Lao, who were friends with North Vietnam and the Soviet Union during the Vietnam War. Laos, a country that didn't take sides, became a battlefield in the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union. The bombing in Laos was huge, with over 2 million tons of cluster bombs dropped, more than all the bombs in World War II combined. This made Laos the most bombed country in the world. Now let's move to December 3rd, 2021. On this day, the Laos-China Railway started working. This railway is a big project that shows how China and Laos are good friends. Since it started, the railway has really helped Laos. It boosted the economy, made life better for people, and brought folks closer together along the route. In this video, we'll talk about how China changed Laos from a country surrounded by land to one connected by land through the Laos-China Railway. Before you keep watching, consider subscribing to our channel so you can get more interesting videos like this one. Economic impact from the Laos-China Railway. The opening of the Laos-China Railway in December 2021 has significantly improved trade between the two countries. The 1,035-kilometer rail link connecting China's Kunming with Vientiane in Laos has transported 9.62 million tons of cargo in the first half of 2023 alone, marking a 94.7% increase from the previous year. The cross-border cargo volume has more than tripled, reaching 2.3 million tons. The role of this crucial regional transportation route has become increasingly noticeable. Firstly, the railway has seen a flourishing of passenger and freight transportation, resulting in direct economic benefits. Over 4,000 freight trains had transported 4 million metric tons of cargo between the two countries, covering a wide variety of goods, from around 100 in the early days to over 2,000. The Boten-Vientiane section of the line has witnessed 2.5 million passenger trips since its launch, with the highest daily trips reaching 10,000. Secondly, the railway's operation has brought job opportunities to locals. Since the railway service began, the annual output of iron ore and tapioca flour along the line has increased by 1.8 million tons and 2 million tons, respectively. The increased exports of Laotian products have directly created more than 3,500 jobs, contributing to the development of industries like logistics, transportation, and tourism. Indirectly, more than 100,000 jobs have been added. Products from other members of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, such as Myanmar, Malaysia, and Vietnam, have also benefited from the railway. Sticky rice from Laos and durian from Thailand can now reach Chinese consumers' tables in just 3 days. Thirdly, the Laos-China Railway has facilitated people-to-people exchanges. Train travel to Laos has become popular among tourists, with over 1 million international tourists visiting Laos in the first 4 months of this year, supporting the recovery of the local tourism industry. Since cross-border passenger service began, it costs less than $100 to travel from Kunming, the capital of southwest China's Yunnan province, to Vientiane, the Lao capital, allowing passengers to enjoy the beautiful scenery along the route. In a recent interview, Lao President Thongloun Sisoulith praised the Laos-China Railway for its significant contribution to boosting the local economy and creating a better future for Laos. He expressed the pride of the Laotian people in their nation's first railway. Besides that, before the Boten-Vientiane Railway was built, Laos had only 4 kilometers of railway because it lacked good infrastructure. But with this new railway, Laos has a chance to become an important hub for moving things around in Southeast Asia, especially for trade between the region and China. Most of the stuff traded between China and ASEAN countries usually goes by sea, but lately it's getting more expensive to send things that way. So businesses are starting to look for other options, like using trains. Taking a train to China only takes 8 days, while going by sea can take anywhere from 14 to 21 days. That means using the train is faster and can save money. The Laos-China Railway is a big deal for Laos. It's helping the country get more opportunities for its economy, making it easier to connect with other nearby places, and encouraging better cooperation in business and trade. Controversial perspectives and critics surrounding the Laos-China Railway. Unfortunately, some media outlets, which seem to have a biased view of China, have unfairly tried to criticize the Laos-China Railway. In a recent report, Reuters suggested that building the railway has led to deforestation, harmed bat habitats, and increased the risk of a bat virus affecting humans. By creating a far-fetched connection between the railway and another global health crisis, the article ignores the efforts of developing countries to improve their quality of life. In reality, great care has been taken to prioritize environmental conservation during the construction and operation of the Laos-China Railway. For instance, to safeguard the variety of life along the route, the railway avoids 6 natural and cultural preservation zones. Tunnels and bridges were built to protect Laos's national forest reserves, reducing the impact on plants and animals in the forests, even though it raised the project's costs. Along the rail line, 8.6 million shrubs and 55,000 trees were planted, and approximately $260 million was directly spent on environmental protection during construction. When it comes to the damage to the land, it's essential to note that the United States dropped millions of bombs and used chemical weapons like Agent Orange in Laos, Vietnam, and Cambodia during the 1960s and 1970s, causing immense suffering to local people and an environmental disaster. During the Laos-China Railway construction, over $100 million was spent to clear unexploded bombs in areas along the rail line. Since the last bomb fell on this neutral country 50 years ago, unexploded ordnance has claimed the lives of 20,000 people, and the task of clearing them all may span a century. Only a fraction, less than 1% of the dormant bombs has been removed since the war concluded in Laos. Despite a gradual decrease in numbers, thousands continue to suffer fatalities, injuries, and disfigurement. Alarmingly, half of the victims are children. In 2016, Barack Obama, the sole American president to have ever visited Laos, committed $90 million to a 3-year U.S. and Laos initiative aimed at clearing the tens of millions of unexploded bombs. 7 years later, the clearance operation persists, with munitions experts suggesting that it might extend over a century to reach completion. The Laos-China Railway, a game changer for Laos? Laos is a country that isn't very developed and doesn't have access to the sea, which makes it challenging for transportation, trade, and attracting funds for economic and social development. The Laos-China Railway, part of the Belt and Road Initiative, is a project aimed at connecting Laos to a regional transportation and railway network in Southeast Asia. This project is not only beneficial for Laos, but also for neighboring countries. The railway is designed for both passengers and freight, and Laos wants to strategically use it to take advantage of its location. To ensure the railway's success and avoid it becoming a financial burden, Laos is committed to managing its debt effectively. The success of the China-Laos Railway depends on collaboration between the Laotian government, businesses, and the local community. When it comes to borrowing money for development projects, especially in developing countries like Laos, Thorough research and planning are crucial. Managing debt carefully without hindering economic development is essential. Developing countries need a significant budget for social and economic development, and this money often comes from friendly countries, international financial institutions, and bilateral and multilateral channels. The goal is to improve people's living conditions and achieve stable economic growth. We can't say for sure if the Laos-China Railway is a big game changer for Laos just yet, but it has definitely brought some good things. Laos now has more economic activity, does more trade with nearby countries, and lots of jobs have been created. What do you think? Is the Laos-China Railway making a big difference for Laos? Tell us in the comments below. If you liked this video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more interesting videos like this one.